Bonjour and bienvenue, class. Welcome to school today. Just a reminder with our distance learning instructions, please adjust the volume as needed. Make sure you also pause or rewind whenever that's needed. Class, please make sure you are participating fully. If your partner is not there, make sure that you find one. Let's also make sure that we adhere to the classroom rules. And just a reminder for everyone, there is no hall pass, no phones, or no Chromebook in class unless it is used for a specific activity. Let's quickly review our classroom rules. Remember, rule number 1 is mouths are quiet. Rule number 2, eyes are watching. Rule number 3, ears are listening. Rule number 4, body is still. And then rule number 5, make sure that you are following directions quickly. Let's begin class today by going to tinycards.duolingo.com. You're going to search for the lesson 1U4.01. Again, we're opening up our Chromebooks. We're going to tinycards.duolingo.com and we're doing the lesson 1U4.01. Guest teacher, please pause the video and give students 5 minutes to work on tiny cards. Excellent. Alors, ouvrez vos agendas. S'il vous plaît, ouvrez vos agendas. Let's go ahead right in our planners today. I can state what classes I have and don't have. And then if you do not have colored pencils yet at your table, you will be needing those today. So again, let's write in our planner. I can state what classes I have and don't have. I can state what classes I have or don't have. Okay, let's begin. Make sure that everyone has a packet. You should all have your first and last name on your packet. So if it is not on there or you do not have a new packet for Unit 4, go ahead and get that now. Again, we should have our first and last name, your class hour, and then you should also have your class number. So go ahead, give the guest teacher a thumbs up when you have your first and last name, the period, and your class number on your paper. When you're done with that, let's go ahead and do our self-assessment for Unit 4. So on the very front of our packet, we're going to look at the different I can standards or I can statements. We're going to read through those. And in the pre-column, you're going to rate yourself. Red, if you can't do it yet. Yellow, if you think you can do that with some help. And green, if you already know that you can do that I can statement without any help. Again, red, I can't do it yet. Yellow, I can do it with some help. And then green, I can do it without help. There are quite a few on this unit, so I'm going to give you 2 minutes to read through and then color your pre-self-assessment circles red, yellow, or green. You have 1 minute, 19 seconds. 40 seconds. 30. 8. 5. Okay, excellent. Merci. Alors, let's go ahead and turn to page 2 in our packet and start with our focus. So go ahead and fill in today's date, and then you have 8 words. What do you think these cognates are in English? Remember, cognates are words that maybe kind of look similar or sound similar in 2 different languages. So you're going to write down what you think these different French words mean in English. We have l'histoire, la science, l'éducation physique, les maths, l'anglais, l'orchestre, le codage et la géographie. So let's go ahead and write down what you think these cognates are in English. I think you guys are fast, so I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes to do this. So what do you think these cognates are in English? Number 1, l'histoire. Number 2, la science. Number 3, l'éducation physique. Number 4, les maths. Number 5, l'anglais. Number 6, l'orchestre. Number 7, le codage. And number 8, la géographie. Vous avez 70 secondes. Vous avez 70 secondes. Trente-huit secondes. 25 secondes. 'Okay, excellent. I bet I gave you too much time on that because you guys are so lightning fast using your brains. So rouge, jaune, ou vert. I can identify classes. Rouge, jaune, ou vert. How are we feeling? Pretty easy so far, right? Excellent. Alors, répétez, s'il vous plaît. Répétez les courses. Les maths. L'histoire. L'éducation physique. L'éducation familiale. La classe consultative. La science. La santé. La technologie. l'équipe de scène, l'anglais, l'aide de bureau, le cours de français, le cours d'espagnol. Let's try those two again. Répétez le cours de français, le cours d'espagnol, le cours de théâtre, le cours de théâtre, le cours de musique, le cours d'art, le CCA, la vide, le LIA. Alors, en anglais, s'il vous plaît, en anglais, le LIA. Okay, so this is LIA, or Latinos in Action. La vide. En anglais, c'est AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It is a class that helps you learn how to study and be a good high school student. And then when you're in high school, they help you get into a college with your applications and scholarships and all that sort of stuff. Alors, en anglais, le CCA. Okay, CCA stands for College and Career Awareness. Le cours d'art. Art class, oui, bien. Le cours de musique. Bien. So we're counting this as band, orchestra, choir. If you want more specifics, you can look at your Unit 4 vocabulary if you want to specify more. Alors, en anglais, le cours de théâtre. Excellent. Theater. Le cours d'espagnol. Très bien. Le cours de français. Excellent. L'aide de bureau. This is an office aid. Bien. Alors, l'anglais. English class. Good. L'équipe de scène. Excellent. C'est stage crew. En anglais, la technologie. Good. Technology. So if you have an engineering class, digital literacy, anything like that, we can count as la technologie. Or la santé. This is our class our 8th graders take. Health. La santé. Health. Alors, en anglais, la science. Bien. La classe consultative. Bien. So this is our Mustang time, or Mustang room, or advisory period is what it's called. So consultative, you consult with each other. So advise. So that's another name for it. It's an advisory period. L'éducation familiale. Okay, this is facts. So anything you do cooking, sewing, that sort of stuff is l'éducation familiale. So family and consumer sciences. En anglais, l'éducation physique. L'histoire. Les maths. Et les courses, what's that? Classes. Excellent. Alors, en français cette fois. En français. En français. Répétez, s'il vous plaît, les courses. Les maths. Oh, je m'excuse. L'histoire. L'éducation physique. L'éducation physique. L'éducation familiale. L'éducation familiale. La classe consultative. Consultative. Bien. Alors, répétez la science. La santé. La technologie. L'équipe de scène. L'anglais. l'aide de bureau, le cours de français, le cours d'espagnol. And then with these ones, when we do know that we're talking about school, we can just say le français and l'espagnol. But otherwise, if we just say things like le français, l'espagnol, l'anglais, then we're talking about just like the language in general and not necessarily like the class specifically. Alors, répétez le cours de théâtre, le cours de musique. So we have répétez l'orchestre, le chœur. That's our orchestra and choir words. And we're répétez les cours d'art, le CCA, la vide, le LIA. Excellent. So we're going to be in our Chromebooks again. So you're going to go to Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, you're going to go to classwork. And then under Unit 4, there's a practice called Classes Quizlet Games. Now on Quizlet, there's lots of different games that you can play. So find one that you like. You can do multiple. Again, you're going to Google Classroom, search under classwork, go to Unit 4, and then practice Classes Quizlet Games. Yes, teacher, please pause this video and give students around 8 minutes to practice on Quizlet. Edward, how we feeling? Ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça? Ou ça va mal? Okay, comme ci, comme ça. Edward, bien. Okay, let's take a quick little break. Look at our culture that we're going to see on our assessment. So, school system in France. So, French schooling is free and it is required from ages 6 to 16. So, very similar to ours. It's free, required from 6 to 16. So, they have école, which is elementary, and that's for kids around ages of 6 to 11. They have collège, that's middle school. So that's where we're at right now, and that's ages like 11 to 15-ish. And then le lycée is the high school, and so that's going to be ages 15 to 18. And then there's another 2 years of study, 16, 18 are required if a student wants to pass an exam required to enter into l'université, because remember, it's just required till age 16. So when you're like 17, 18, there would be 2 years of study that you would take if you want to pass a big exam to get into l'université. But if you do pass, you get to go to university for free, which is pretty awesome. So they don't call it collège because that is what middle school is called. So that's an important thing. If someone says like, oh oui, je suis en collège, they're not saying that they're at a university like University of Utah or BYU or whatever. They're saying that they're in middle school. Alors, bien, répétez s'il vous plaît les courses. Les maths. L'histoire. L'éducation physique. L'éducation familiale. Familiale. Bien. La classe consultative. La science. La santé. La technologie. L'équipe de scène. L'anglais. L'aide de bureau. We're going to do these slang style this time. Le français. L'espagnol. Le théâtre. La musique. L'art. And remember, those ones only work if we're talking in the context of school. Otherwise, we're not talking about the class. That's why le cours or the class has to be in front of it if we want to be super clear about it. Alors bien, répétez le CCA, la vide, le LIA. Très bien, excellent. Alors, tournez à la page 4, s'il vous plaît. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tournez à la page 4, s'il vous plaît. So it says label the different class pictures in French. So you're going to start at the top with health and you're going to label that in French. So you'd label it la santé. And then the next one says physical ed. So then you'd label that one in French, l'éducation physique, and so on. So guest teacher, please pause the video and give students 5 minutes to label the different class pictures in French on page 4. Okay, bien, merci. Do you guys remember this song? It's our Wheels on the Bus song. J'ai, tu as, il and elle a. Nous avons, vous avez. Ils and elles ont. Avoir, to have. Because remember, if we're talking about classes, we have classes. Or if we're talking about items that we need, we have those items. Or if we're talking about a specific teacher, we have that teacher. So all of those are going to use avoir. Alors, répétez, s'il vous plaît. Répétez. J'ai, tu as, il and elle a. Nous avons, vous avez, ils and elles ont. Avoir, to have. Okay, let's try singing that. 3, 2, 1. J'ai, tu as, il and elle a. Nous avons, vous avez. Ils and elles ont. Avoir, to have. Bien, let's do that one more time. 3, 2, 1. J'ai, tu as, il and elle a. Nous avons, vous avez. Ils and elles ont. Avoir, to have. Bravo. Très bien. Okay, while we are on page 4, I want you to put a star next to the classes that you currently have. Again, you're going to put a star next to the classes that you currently have. So find them on page 4 and put a star by those. So your time is about halfway done for putting a star by each of the classes that you have right now. Not classes that you've had in the past or classes that you're going to have, but classes that you currently have right now. Cinq secondes. I say you better be done. Okay, bien. Alors, répétez s'il vous plaît. Quel cours as-tu? Quel cours as-tu? So what are we asking here? Bien, what courses do you have? And a response for like a 3 is going to be something like this. J'ai les maths, la science, l'anglais et l'histoire. Alors, répétez. J'ai les maths, la science, l'anglais et l'histoire. Bien. All right, let's go ahead and try this with our eyeball partner. Remember, you starred your classes, so that way you can kind of look at page 4. So we're going to ask, quel cours as-tu? And they're going to tell us J blank, 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 et le cours de français, because that's one class we all know that we have right now is French. Alors, répétez. Quel cours as-tu? J'ai la science, les maths, l'anglais, l'histoire, et le cours de français. Okay, let's go ahead. Try with our elbow partner. You're both going to ask. You're both going to answer. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent, merci. Alors, we have a little bit of a hard time saying some of our classes. Let's practice again. Répétez les courses. Les maths, l'histoire, l'éducation physique, l'éducation familiale, la classe consultative, la science, la santé, la technologie, l'équipe de scène, l'anglais, l'aide de bureau, le cours de français, le cours d'espagnol, le cours de théâtre, le cours de musique, le cours d'art, le CCA, la vie, le LIA. Bravo. Alors, let's practice. Répétez. As-tu la technologie? As-tu la technologie? Oui, j'ai la technologie. Bien, répétez. Oui, j'ai la technologie. As-tu le cours d'espagnol? Non, je n'ai pas de cours d'espagnol. Non, je n'ai pas de cours d'espagnol. Okay, let's take a look at this. We're used to our ne pas sandwich, but our ne pas sandwich changes a little bit. When we don't have something, we say je n'ai pas de. Je n'ai pas de. DE. That DE replaces any un or une or le or la. So, pas de problème means like no problem. I do not have. Je n'ai pas de. Je n'ai pas de. Alors, avec moi. Je n'ai pas de. Je n'ai pas de. Je n'ai pas de. Do we have it in your heads? It better be there. When you don't have something, je n'ai pas de. Let's go ahead and practice with our eyeball partner. So if you are the eyeball partner on the left, you're always going to have whatever's on the left. If you are the eyeball partner on the right, you are always going to have what's on the right of the screen. And if you are faster than I am, you can both ask and you can both answer. So right now, the eyeball partner on the left near the window is going to ask, as-tu l'anglais? And I'm assuming most of us are going to answer, oui, j'ai l'anglais. And if for some strange reason you do not have English right now this quarter, you would answer, non, je n'ai pas d'anglais. So if we look at this, d'anglais, apostrophe, and then anglais. This is happening because remember, our vowels don't like hanging out by each other in French. So the first vowel disappears and becomes an apostrophe. So that's what's happening with our je n'ai pas de sandwich there. Okay, so again, eyeball partner, person on the left is starting asking as-tu l'anglais? 3, 2, 1, go. Le cours de musique. Technologie. Science. Les maths. L'éducation familiale. Alors, ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça, ou ça va mal? Ça va bien, ça va comme ci, comme ça pour la plupart? Excellente. Alors, let's practice some more. So, page 4, we should be already there. We're going to practice going around the classroom asking people. So, we're going to ask them as-tu and then one of the classes. If you do currently have that class, you're going to answer oui, j'ai, then the dots where you put whatever that class is, and then you'll put your initials in that box with that class. If you do not have that class, you're going to say non, je n'ai pas de, and then the class name, and you're not going to sign your initials. They have to ask you a different question until they find a class that you have. So, for example, répétez. As-tu le cours de français? Oui, j'ai le cours de français. And then on that person's paper in the box with the French class, we'd write our initials. And then it would be our turn to ask them a question. So maybe we'd ask them, répétez, as-tu le LIA? And let's say they don't have it, so then they're going to answer, non, je n'ai pas de LIA. Then are they going to put their initials in the LIA box? No, they're not. We need to ask them a new question. So maybe we ask them, as-tu les maths? They answer, oui, j'ai les maths. And then they could put their initials in les maths box. Guest teacher, please pause the video and allow students 4 minutes to walk around and ask in French if they have a certain class and answer if they do or do not. Again, class, this is a French-only time. You have the question starter and the answers at the top of page 4. Alors, how are we feeling? Saying what classes we have and don't have. Ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça? Ou ça va mal? Ça va bien? Excellent, superbe. Alors, répétez les courses, les maths, l'histoire, l'éducation physique, l'éducation familiale, la classe consultative, la science, la santé, la technologie, l'équipe de scène, l'anglais, l'aide de bureau, le français, l'espagnol, le théâtre, la musique, l'art, le CCA, la vide, le LIA. Excellent. Great job. If you've made it this far and still have time, you are welcome to go to Google Classroom again on Classwork Unit 4 and do the Quizlet on classes. Again, Classwork Unit 4, and then there's a practice Quizlet classes. Great job today, and thanks for joining me.